Well, hello again. It was a very busy week last week, and it's going to be a very busy week this week. And there's some really interesting developments coming up in my near and medium term future. So let's start with last week. As I said in my last video, I was going out to do some errands. I did them. I went into town and got the recycling done and did a little bit of shopping. And then I came back home, and after stopping at the post office, I discovered that I had a call slip waiting for me, and I decided to go ahead and go in and collect it myself. And as I thought, it was actually a package for me. And so they brought the box out and gave it to me. There wasn't anything to worry about. Um, on the way out, I saw someone waving a sign around for donuts. $10 a dozen. That's the end of day sale. I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and do that. So I went in, and nobody gave me a second look or a funny expression. We only talked about which dozen of the remaining donuts they had did I want to get for my bargain bin price. And the same building has the optometrist shop, the optician, where I got these glasses. And so I decided to go show them how they looked. And it was quiet near the end of their day, and I walked in, and there were three folks behind the counter. They've worked with me before, or I guess I should say my brother, and they didn't recognize me, which doesn't surprise me, but it makes me feel good. And I said, I thought you might want to see what the glasses you sold me look like. And one of them said, oh my gosh, I recognize those frames. She didn't recognize me, but she recognized the frames. And they all got up and looked at me, and they said, you look great. Of course, that makes me feel good. It was very nice of them. It's really nice to be able to have interactions with people who just want to let you live and let live. And these are people who knew they knew me as the other fella. But anyway, that was last week. This week, I established a new physician. The first new one I've had in many years, as my old doctor in the Bay Area is retired. And after I talked to her about the general things in my medical history, and of course I was there in boy mode, I did come out and explain that I was trans. And she took that quite in stride. I thought she might. She did explain that she does have some other trans patients. We talked about some of the things we could do, and the first thing she did is she wrote me a referral to an endocrinologist in the same general practice in the same building. They'll get back to me, and I will go talk to them. I assume they'll want to do tests, and we are on the road to having them prescribe me hormone replacement therapy, female hormones. That's a big step, of course, but it's not an irrevocable one. I've had people say, oh, you're going all in, you can never go back. And that's not really true. If it turns out they don't work for me, well, we can stop. But you know, I think they will be the right thing for me. I'm very much looking forward to finding out. Now, coming up this coming week, I'm going to a conference, and so I'm not going to be doing a recording next week. I'm going to an event at the University of Victoria in Victoria, British Columbia, called Moving Trans History Forward. And it's a conference of mixed academic and general interest for transgender history. Now, Victoria is a lovely place, and in this case, the conference lasts 4 days, and I will be living as Kayla the whole time. I'll be out there. It's the longest consecutive period I'll be myself. And the first night of the convention, I guess I should say conference, the first night of the conference is an opening night reception, and I'm planning to wear this dress And so let's have a look at it. Now I have outfits for every day of the event, including some other dresses. And the question I had was what sort of color of tights I should wear. I have several. And I posted photos of me in this and the other dresses and the various combinations of tights on my Facebook and Dreamwidth accounts and got people's feedback on them. And there were different views, but the ones I'm wearing right now for this outfit seemed to be the ones that most people liked. And one person said, "You have great legs, you should show them off." And that makes me feel really good. Uh, I feel great. I really am excited about doing this conference and spending time as myself. I'm going to be doing the same thing at some events later this year. And I'm feeling like my life is moving in the right direction. I'm happier than I ever can recall being, and I'm really optimistic, which is really saying something given how awful the world has become here in the USA. But I'm trying to be optimistic, and I'm trying to make the most of things, and I'm trying to be happy. And I thank all of you who've been so kind to me and have been encouraging me. I'm happy, and I hope you're happy looking at me. So long.